Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of our Lexicon Ethics series. Today's topic is something that connects both your exam and also real life, that is emotional intelligence and leadership. You see, many people think leadership is only about giving orders or having a high IQ, but actually it's more about how you understand and handle emotions, that is your own and others. Imagine you are an IAS officer managing a flood situation. If you panic, your team panics, right? But if you stay calm, give confidence, and handle people with empathy, that's real leadership. So, in this class, we will see how emotional intelligence build great leaders. So, let's start with a simple question. What makes a good leader? Some people say that is a good IQ and strong decision making or big vision. That is true, but those are needed. But Daniel Goleman, a famous psychologist, said in 1995 that the real game changer is emotional intelligence. Think about it. Two officers join the same department. Both are smart, but one can handle people better, stay calm under pressure, and motivates others. That person naturally becomes a better leader. In different situations, need different styles. That is, sometimes you have to be calm like a negotiator, other times firm like a commander. But in all cases, emotional intelligence decides how well you handle those moments. That's why we say emotional intelligence is the core quality every leader must have. Okay. Now, components of emotional intelligence, that is self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skill. Just remember, these five are the like five fingers of one hand. When they work together, they make a strong grip. That's emotional intelligence. Let's understand each of them one by one with simple examples. The first is self-awareness. It simply means knowing yourself. You should know what makes you angry, what makes you happy, what you are good at, and where you need to improve. For example, imagine a student preparing for UPSC. He knows he gets distracted easily by social media. That's awareness. Once he knows it, he can control it. Or a team leader who says, yes, I made a mistake last week, but I learned from it. That honesty shows self-awareness. So many people think accepting weaknesses is a sign of weaknesses. Actually, it's a sign of maturity. When you understand yourself, you handle situation much better. So next one is self-regulation. That means controlling your emotions instead of letting them control you. We can't stop emotions, but we can manage them, right? Think of a situation like your presentation failed. Everyone's watching, but a normal reaction is anger or embarrassment. But a self-regulated person will smile and say, okay, this didn't work out. Let's fix it next time. So that calmness wins people's respect. So another example, a senior officer faces criticism from media. Instead of reacting angrily, he responds politely with the facts that self-control. Remember, being calm doesn't make you cold or emotionless. It means you are balanced and dependable. Third is motivation. Motivation means your inner drive. That is doing something not just for salary or promotion, but because you love making a difference. For example, some civil servants work in tough rural areas even when no one appreciates them because they truly want to help people. That's real motivation. Even as UPSC aspirants, if you study only for marks or status, you will give up soon. But if you study because you want to serve the country, that purpose keeps you going even after failures. Great leaders have this inner fire. They believe I am here for a reason. The fourth is empathy. This one's all about understanding others' feeling. Many people confuse empathy with being emotional or soft. There is no. It simply means you consider others' emotions before making decisions. For example, after a merger, one manager ignores his team's fears. The team breaks apart, right? But another listens, understands their worries, and slowly builds confidence. That team performs better. For administration, empathy is a key. When you visit a drought hit area, you don't just see data, you see people suffering. When you listen to them with respect, they trust you more. So, empathy makes you not just a good officer, but a human officer. Next comes social skill. This means handling people smartly. It's not about being over friendly, it's friendliness with purpose. Leaders with strong social skills know how to build networks, convince others, and keep teams together. For example, imagine a district collector who has good relations with NGOs, local media, and citizens. His projects succeed faster because everyone supports him. Or a class monitor who keeps a group united. That's social skill. So basically, all other emotional intelligence parts, awareness, control, motivation, empathy come together here. This is the practice phase of emotional intelligence. Finally, how do we know if someone has emotional intelligence? Many companies and organizations check it through competency models, not just IQ or skills, but how a person handles people and change. Research shows something amazing, like emotional intelligence is twice as important as technical or logical skills for success. At senior levels, almost 90% of top performers have the high emotional intelligence. For example, in a study, managers with high emotional intelligence made their departments perform 20% better, while low emotional intelligence managers teams underperformed by the same margin. So it's not fixed. You can learn and improve emotional intelligence with the time. Reflect on your emotions, take feedbacks, and practice empathy daily. Then slowly you will become both a smarter and a kinder leader. So, friends, that's all for today's session on emotional intelligence and leadership. Remember, leadership is not about power, it's about people. Emotional intelligence is what makes knowledge useful and leadership meaningful. If you like this explanation, do share it with your UPSC friends and subscribe for the next lecture. See you soon and stay emotionally intelligent.